This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy! Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, aka Cool Movies Darth, who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guests and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, 4 FOR, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
And welcome back to 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ, as we welcome back one Brandy, Happy Beebs, Meow Meow Stoneham to the show.
Or just bees.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm just trying to push that Twitch stuff once it gets going.
Thank you.
Yes. So, yep, she is back on the show, getting a chance to bank some content. Because let's see, yeah, next week's the is a Rewind Wednesday, so honestly, it's going to take me pretty much make everything pretty easy past C2E2 in late April. So,
Nice.
yeah, so I could probably start actually playing video games again.
What?
All right. So, well, we're going to another one of Brandy's favorite movies. A 1986 87. Yeah, seems better, more appropriate. Rob Reiner's third movie. This is after the perfection of Spinal Tap, and I have not seen Stand By Me.
Oh,
Like that.
really? That's a good
Well,
one.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, this Rob Reiner was just on a tear at this point. I think she had This is Spinal Tap, then you had um Stand By Me, and then the movie we'll talk about, and then I think it was When Harry Met Sally after that, and then A Few Good Men. And then he had North, a movie best known for the Roger Ebert review of basically, I hate, 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 hate this movie. So this is The Princess Bride from 1987. I saw this in the theater. I think I may have accidentally stepped on some girl time. I think originally it was just supposed to be my mom and my older sister at the time. So uh she was 9, I was 7, and like, whoa, you got this movie? And they didn't really say anything about Andre the Giant being in it. So yeah, kind of felt left out if I didn't go, I suppose. Um it's a story about true love. I don't know why I was trying to go and do the
True
Peter
love.
Cook. Yes, okay, yeah. It is mentioned Peter Cook as the cast as the impressive clergyman. Um and when you stop and think that his partnership with Dudley Moore, it was ended because of his alcoholism in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably wasn't stretching too much. I didn't really read enough into Peter Cook to see how he overcame it, if he overcame it, because I think it's a European thing. It's like alcoholism is more of an American thing. Like, oh, you have a
Oh,
problem, you
yeah.
need to take care of it. If you go over to Europe, it's basically just don't drink as much. Why figure out how to handle it. Um, yeah, part of the culture. And I guess,
Yeah.
when you look at a civilization over there that's been around for, and I should say a Eurocentric population, Caucasian, that's been around for, you know, 2,000 years, I'd say. Well, no, probably close to the 4,000 because of Rome and everything like that. You know, what I'm saying is, white people screwing up a continent essentially.
Yeah.
Um, they were at least drinking from 2,000 years back, and then you bring it to the States, and oh, we actually have well, science has actually helped us make drinking water safer to begin with. So basically, I'm thinking if the U.S. had been based more around the growing up on wine, I think we'd be a different society. But
Oh,
I digress there.
definitely.
Yeah, because that's how you stayed hydrated was you can't drink the water, so you better
Everybody was
drink.
just a little bit buzzed all the time.
Yes, right. Oh, that'd be so much easier to get around. And then you had swords, so if somebody was just acting like a fool, you could take care of that right away.
Also explains the driving in most places over there.
Well, I don't know. I've only really been to England and Paris over there. Paris, they are aggressive and like you're told as a tourist, all right, if you're trying to cross the street, uh, don't pay attention to the lights, just stare down the drivers. Like uh most of the I think there's only 15 countries that drive on the left side of the road. So if that's what you're getting at. But then
uh
again, or if you're talking more about the Autobahn,
the Autobahn and
yeah.
I've seen some like I can't think of one off the top of my head at the moment, of course. But I've seen like how you watch like travel shows and they go to
Yeah.
different countries. I've seen some Asian countries where literally like they're just driving in any direction and some
Oh
European like
well,
smaller countries and yeah, just like where it's
well,
kind of you just drive where you drive and get out of the way.
well. Yeah. Then why haven't the? I mean, we live in Champaign, Urbana, the probably the largest Chinese population in the state.
Yeah,
Why
that is
haven't?
true.
Why have? I think there might be 50,000 people in Chinatown in Chicago, but uh, yeah, I'd say I'd say a good third of the pot of the enrollment at the U of I is Asian. Why haven't they taken those crazy things over here? Why are they so?
I already feel like everybody drives like that no matter like where you're from in this town. Everybody drives
Oh,
terribly.
well,
It's bad.
it is bad. There's overconfident Westerners.
Doesn't matter if you're from, yes, it doesn't matter if you're a townie, you're from one of the little towns outside of town, if you're from the university. Everybody in this town drives terribly. Nobody knows how four-way stops work. Like
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
travesty in this town. Especially if there's an Illini game.
Oh no, I don't even want to
Then
get it
just
on.
like yeah,
Yeah,
everybody is out for themselves at that point.
right.
Just to make it home safe.
Yeah. I don't know. What I'm getting at is like, oh, if I'm stuck behind somebody who just doesn't know how to go, it's like, oh, geez, please don't be. So I finally get a chance to pass. It's kind of like I'm saying to myself, please don't be elderly or please don't be Asian. And then you can't help but look over and like, oh, that's why they're called. That's why they're stereotypes. Because
Stereotypes, yeah.
yeah. So, but we're talking about a movie that's got more of the dare I say, well, I mean, it's the classic uh, I don't really want to say medieval. Probably
Kind of medieval,
pre-Renaissance.
but
Yeah,
fantasy.
right. So it's a story about true love. There's a dang it, and I've got to get that mute button hit on just getting it finally rolling here. Um, so it's a story about Buttercup and her farm boy. They pretty much grew up together,
Wesley.
but yes. But it takes her a good decade before she starts addressing him as that.
Yeah,
Um,
just farm boy.
if
Fetch me that
yes,
picture.
right. And the Buttercup is portrayed by a debuting Robin Wright.
Yes.
Uh, yes.
Well before she added the pen and then eventually removed it.
Yes. Oh yeah. So good 7 years before Forrest Gump, which I think people probably just forgot that Robin Wright, was probably the hottest woman. Like, because I can't think of any movies between
Very
those
beautiful.
two. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so Buttercup is her farm boy, Wesley, is infatuated with her in love pretty much from the beginning and is beyond willing to do whatever she asks. That's a classic
As you
line.
wish.
Yes, a line that
Yep.
is brilliantly played at the end of the film as well. Well, and then I gotta because it's brilliantly played at the end by Peter Falk, who is the grandpa. The story starts
Yes.
with Fred Savage as the grandson. So this is pre um oh, what was that sitcom?
It was uh it
Um
was around the time he was doing Wonder Years, right?
yes, Wonder Years, that's correct. That's I was just looking for the name. I
Yeah.
mean, I can remember Joe Cocker, singing the theme song.
Like yeah, it was around the same
Yes.
time he was doing Wonder Years and he did Little Monsters and
Yeah, a couple of
like
years after this.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and then I don't know, then his brother had Boy Meets World, I think it was.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
yeah. So
I never saw the remake, The Girl Meets World. That's about
I
his
I
daughter.
have I haven't seen it either. I was a couple years ago, probably the 2019 Fan Expo. I guess it'd still be Wizard World at that point. They did a Boy Meets World reunion panel, and like I never really paid attention to it, and so that was more of my ex's like, yeah, we got to see this. And it's like
Yeah.
I really should have dug in 2 years prior and said we are going to because we had sat through a Back to the Future panel with Leah Thompson, Christopher Lloyd, and Michael J. Fox, and then it was an X Files with Gillian and David, and then it's like next is Bruce Campbell. I really want to get up. Because at fan expos at least and hopefully it'll be like that this year. It was really weird last year with the strikes. Um, you can just find your spot and sit in because a lot of people like basically there'll be people who start at the beginning of the day and just stay in the main room as long as yeah, um, instead of possibly get ran out by uh the next panel. Like I've only been not been able to get into one like that, and that was a second Wizard World I went to, and that was for the Firefly um cast. At least the
Oh,
boys.
nice.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I didn't get in. I like
Oh,
and I yeah,
that would have been
so
nice.
right. So that's but getting back to, well, it's Chicago. What can you say? Using that as transitioning into my questions. So Fred Savage is the grandson. Peter Falk is the grandfather who's bringing on a tradition. When you got a sick day, your grandpa is going to go and read you the Princess Bride, I think by S. Mortensen. Um, I mean, it's this is a movie based off a novel by William Goldman, Academy Award winning uh two-time Academy Award winning screenwriter for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and All the President's Men. I've seen Butch Cassidy and it's excellent. But this is such a dialogue delight. I would say this is probably my favorite script of his. Um, but one thing I noted though with the Chicago element was the bedroom of Fred Savage is all Chicago based. And it's like, well, shoot, Rob Reiner's like he was in Hollywood or New York, his entire life because of his
Mhm.
dad, Carl Reiner. So I know it's not him. And then it's like, oh, Wiki Goldman, raised in Highland Park, and then it's also fun that Mandy Patinkin is from the Chicagoland as well. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, but this is our second movie where I guess we have a bratty kid theme, like with Coraline, and now how the grandson is very resistant. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to sit and listen to a book about kissing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, oh, there's kissing in it. Gross.
yeah.
And he
So
almost
it's
seems put out that he has to like that his grandpa wants to read him a
right.
story.
Yeah, I'll try to stay awake. um
Yeah.
and he really does get into it. So that's
Oh yeah.
so back to the story though. So uh Buttercup eventually realizes that Wesley's in love with her and eventually starts reciprocating the feelings. Wesley is too poor though. I mean, uh Buttercup is a commoner, and that will be addressed in just a moment. And Wesley is the farm boy, so he's beneath her. So he's got to go and make some money so they can get married, live happily ever after. Unfortunately, his ship that he was taking to the promised land gets raided by the dread pirate Roberts, who
Robert. Yeah.
leaves no prisoners. Um, so 5 years later, Buttercup is picked out by Prince Humperdinck, played by Chris Sarandon. And I got some stories about that. And I also have a hard out because I got trivia tonight. But um, so as the prince, he can pick, well, basically to celebrate the 500th anniversary of Florin, their kingdom, which is in Europe. I mean, we do recognize Spain, Australia, which again puts it at a weird time. Like, I guess that would be beyond medieval because um, Australia is was colonized by criminals, where you would know not to trust anyone there, or there are people who wouldn't trust. I can get into that in a bit. Um, so as a celebration of the kingdom, he's going to marry Buttercup. Buttercup's just Uma, uber emo. I mean, when she found out that Wesley died, she would never love again and has promised not to do so, regardless of her duties. But does anybody know that Humperdinck just really wants to start a war with the neighboring Gildar. Um, so he hires a group of rogues led by Vicini, played by classic comedic actor. I only say comedic because I have not seen him do anything else. I mean, dare I say, My Dinner with Andre is a comedy, despite it's a unscripted film. And
Yeah.
but he's probably best known to kids today. I mean, he's done a lot of voice work. He was the
He's in
half brother.
everything.
Yes, yeah. But Clueless is the teacher as the teacher who gave Cher a B. No, I think it was a
Yeah.
C, and
Gave her
hence
a C, and I think she eventually, yeah. got him to
Yeah,
an A.
get right by playing all the teachers that gave her reasonable grades together. Um, her
Yeah,
her
she
father
argued.
her yeah, you argued your way to A's? Are you upset, Daddy? No, I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah, than if they were real grades.
Yes. That does qualify for the podcast, I think. I'm pretty sure. So something to think about.
I love
Uh,
that movie.
oh, I love that. I did love the spiritual sequel to that called Vamps. It's
I
same
did not see
director. No, yeah, nobody did.
that.
Same director as Clueless. Alicia Silverstone returns. It's basically Clueless with vampires.
Oh,
Wallace Shawn as the Van Helsing heir. So, Wallace Shawn's
nice.
two associates are Inigo Montoya, played by Mandy Patinkin, and Fessick, played by Andre the Giant. This is basically between WrestleMania 7 and his back surgery, I think. Um, I can tell you again from my Wizard World convention experience that Andre this Giant accidentally broke or secondhand broke Carrie Ellis's ankle during the filming of this.
Oh,
So Carrie Ellis it was at a panel with Chris Sarandon, and Carrie Ellis was just telling like, "Oh, Andre, people wanted Andre stories." And I'm going to take my shot of Malort for a moment.
cool.
All right. And basically, Andre, by this point in his life, was barely could move. So they gave him an ATV to ride around on.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and Andre was having a ball with it. Basically, pulling up to Carrie Ellis, like, and breaking suddenly, and like, oh. You like basically, oh, having so much fun. He dares Carrie Ellis to get on it, and Carrie Ellis ends up flipping himself over the handlebars.
Oh, oh
Something
God.
like that. Yeah. So, fortunately, there's only really one fight scene in the movie, two if you count the well, there's three fight scenes, but I can't really say anything action packed except for the uh sword fight. Well,
Yeah, the sword
I
fight
guess
between, yeah,
Carrie
between
Ellis
two.
only really has one fight. Um
Yeah,
and so
now that I
Inigo
think
is
about it.
yeah. Inigo Montoya is a recovering alcoholic who's spent the last 20 years trying to hunt down the six-fingered man who killed his father. And Fessick is just trying his best to not have to end up back in Greenland. But he's a kind giant. Um
He's a very friendly
yeah,
giant.
yes. As he says, like, oh, I usually just fight for charity. um so they kidnap so they these this crew kidnaps Buttercup, and the plan is to murder her and leave her body on the shores of Gilda to allow Humperdinck to declare war. But they are suddenly pursued by the man in black, a black hooded sailor, and then somebody who's just is, as Vicini would say, inconceivable. Which he does, he does say that so much. I don't think he really knows what that means.
You keep saying that word. I don't think it
I
means what you
I
think
do
it
not think it means what you think it means.
means.
So he's able to catch up to them as they get to Gilda, climb the insane cliffs, the cliffs of insanity on his own when it's only something that Fessick should be able to do. And basically, Vicinia immediately recognizes, like, okay, even after cutting off the rope on the cliffs, he's inevitably gonna have to. He might have to face off. So he leaves Inigo to beat him with steel. If he gets past Inigo, he's got to face Fessick, who's too kind. Like he could have ended things, but he's a sportsman. He's not going to.
He is very sportsmanly, yes.
Yes.
But I mean, I feel
Uh,
like Wesley held his own.
oh yeah. Oh no, and he
It's a good fight.
yes. Um, and eventually Vicini's going to try if he gets past the giant and gets past the so he has to study. So basically, you have to study to beat the swordsman. You have to be you have to be strong to beat the giant. But
Yes.
is he smarter? And I will say,
Yes.
I might. Well, he ends up being smarter, but I would say, he's I kind of like I stopped and watched this time as Vicini's trying to get through the his logic behind the test of wits. And then it's like, oh yeah, I probably that's how my brain works. I am not a well, A plus B equals C kind of guy. Well, what if A?
Yeah.
Like basically the challenge there is um in that scene is a there's poison in a cup and Vicini has to figure out which cup has the poison. And as I say, this goes into the Australia bit. Like,
Yep.
well, I click like it's just total nonsense. He's overthinking it essentially, and I operate very much like that.
It's like
Like,
it
oh
kind of
well,
go ahead.
well it's uh well you can't expect me to drink from the cup in front of me because why would you put the poison in your own thing? But you would
Right.
suspect that, and yes, it starts coming with other reasons. So there is Italy now, obviously, because he is a Sicilian. As
Yes.
he try to his victory was you made the oldest mistake in the books. Well, the first is don't fight a land war in Asia.
Yeah.
But the second is do not do not play a game of death. No, sorry. Do not challenge a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Line. And then he
So,
starts laughing
and
hysterically,
right.
and then he
Yep,
face
and then
plants.
just well, he doesn't face plant. He falls to his side.
It's just
Like,
like,
yeah,
well,
like
yeah.
already in
I guess it
full
is to the
rigor.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, already in full
It's
rigor,
just dead.
essentially. Yes. And
Yeah.
the other two are essentially beat by their vanity in a sense. Like, Inigo wants this sword fight. He doesn't want to wait, so he gives it, gives him the rope to climb up, gives him time to recover. Like, no, I have to have satisfaction, which is the same thing for Fessick. Like he throws a rock like he was told to by Vicini and said, "Oh, I could have done it. I could have ended it there, but we're going to fight like God intended." Um, so I don't know if that now I say all that is if Wesley is just constantly accounting on people's arrogance because that's eventually how he'll win the day anyhow. So there's
Yeah. Absolutely.
oh, but dang it, I just spoiled it. It's not Wesley. It's the Dread Pirate Roberts.
The Roberts. Yeah.
So he gets the Buttercup. She and she says she is not happy. She immediately knows it's the Dread Pirate. So and she's very defiant and plays up the fact that she does, Humperdinck will track him down, and he basically goes and says, "Well, you're that certain your love will do that? I didn't say he was my love."
It's just like he's
And
not.
right. And yes, he will. And it brings up the fact that the Dread Pirate Roberts killed Wesley. And just as about the Humperdinck's about to catch up with him, she decides, well, I'll just throw him to the wolves. You can die as well. Knocks him off knocks him down a hill. And as he's rolling, our catchphrase is expressed.
Yes. As
As
you
you
wish.
wish. She figures out that Wesley's back. We find that Wesley has inherited the title of the Dread Pirate. And now that they're together, that he'll retire the title as well. And the fact of the matter is, death cannot stop true love. It can only delay it.
Mm.
Yeah. So getting back to my notes because now I'm way ahead on what's going on in the
Yeah.
movie. Um, we'll talk about some of the characters. You have, of course, Inigo Montoya. Uh,
Yes.
not a Spaniard, just a Slavic Jew Chicagoan.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the 80s. I mean, and hell, I mean, I think it was Bradley Cooper just played Leonard Bernstein, so
Yes.
um as my best friend said as I'm watching wrestling and I may have dropped an ethics. I wouldn't say well, it is technically an ethics slur. Like I am not afraid to curse different shades of vanilla.
Mhm.
I mean, oh, when that was just how I grew up with the wrestling. Oh, great. Now I'm making excuses for dropping slurs. Like if I'm picking on my Irish friend, I'm calling him a Mick. I very much pride myself on being of English heritage, so I get
Ah.
the limey a lot. So, and I've seen the Boondock Saints and Godfather. You get all the Italian slurs. It's like
Yeah.
it's basically she doesn't my I'm watching wrestling make a comment and can we change the channel because I do not need her knowing all the shades of vanilla. So um I don't know how she couldn't win the Democratic seat in Champaign. She ran for office in 2020.
Oh. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Um so Inigo's again father was murdered by a six-fingered man and he spent 20 years trying to find him. And whenever he meets somebody he's going to face off in with exchange steel with, I don't mean to pry, but do you have six fingers on your right hand? And
Yes.
yes. So so Inigo, I mean, might be the best swordsman in the movie. As I say, now that I think about it, Wesley could have just been playing on everybody's arrogance.
I
Um,
think he really did. Like,
yeah,
because everybody was very sure of themselves.
right.
Yeah.
And again, that plays a point in the end. Um, so I'm just watching the unnecessary flip there by Wesley. Like, yeah,
Oh,
great,
when
but
he flips off the
yeah,
rocks. Yeah.
right. I mean the great dialogue there of who are you? No one of any concern. I must know. And the lesson: get used to disappointment. um, so then let's see, Fezzik is just the friendliest of giants, an excellent
Is he
character
at
when it.
Fezzik right now?
No, he's just about to
Not
finish
yet.
off Inigo. Um,
Oh, I like in that part,
hmm,
um, oh, I guess where we're at this part is like he could have before he goes to the next battle, like he could have very much killed him and he didn't.
Kill me quickly. I
Yeah.
would as soon destroy a stained glass window as an artist, an artist like uh, well, okay. I tried to read the subtitles, you know.
Yeah.
I'd just assume kill me quickly. I'd just assume break a stained glass window than dispatch an artist like yourself. But since I can't have you
Yeah, so
following
you
me,
just conk. Yeah.
right?
I thought that was really great. Like he
Hmm.
recognized, you know, his
Yes. Oh yeah, no,
mastery of
it's
swordsmanship.
well,
And
and
there's like
Leslie,
respect there.
yeah, it's not nothing personal. They're doing it's all business between the two of them. Um, I guess that's what I love most about fighting. Like a good fight, nobody's angry. They're just testing each other.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm very much on the Jedi thing, like do my best, and that kind of was a detriment to me in my combat sports career because
Yeah.
I didn't have a killer. I don't have a killer instinct. Like, I gotta get beat up a little bit, and then it's like, oh, okay, all right, no, I got to do something. Like, got to put this. I got survival instinct to no end, but I need to be threatened, and then I can
Less
go in.
defense, more offense.
Well, I wouldn't even say that because it's still very much like, let's see what you like. I guess I'm not a I don't push the fight. I never push the fight. It's just like, all right, and then let things go as they will. So in high school wrestling, it's like, oh, okay, going into the second period, I'm down 8 points, 7 points away from being technical fault, being the match ending. And then it's like, oh, okay, I can make that up. Easy. My mom did not like that. I think she preferred it when the guys would just run over me. And same thing for my boxing. It's like my first tough man contest. I get caught flat-footed, get knocked down on the first punch, get back up, cost me the fight. Like I think I could have should have been a draw if I could have gotten knocked down, I would have won it. But and then oh no, I guess just let every I just need everything to get moving before I'm not going to go out and try to hurt the other guy. I'm very and had those moments where it's like, well, what would I do to this guy? And that's like, and then I think of all the movies I watch, and it's like, okay, would I go and finish him off? And then it's like, no, do the lethal weapon thing, let Gary Busey walk away, and hope he grabs a gun and then turn around and shoot him. Uh, and I've talked about that booking wise with my wrestling trainer Danny Daniels once, like, nah, it could have been a little more cathartic. But thinking about Inigo Montoya, it's like, shouldn't we have had a generation of Inigos by this point? Like,
If
who
only.
wouldn't? Who would? Well, and what I mean by that is like, name your kid Inigo. Like, if you're, you know,
Oh,
it,
yeah.
right? It's like there's nothing cooler than my name is
Well,
Inigo
it's spelled,
Montoya.
yeah, but it's spelled indigo, so I feel like
Uh,
there's probably a lot of people that don't pronounce it that way.
well,
Like, and
it's
they
spelled
say indigo.
no, it's spelled Inigo, Inigo, not indigo.
Oh, well, I got a
Yeah.
sticker that is totally spelled wrong on.
Oh, well, let
I'm
me
like, because
double
it
check
literally
that because
says indigo.
I have a button that says "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
That's too funny.
Double checking
Uh-oh,
it. Right.
somebody's got some misspelled merch. It's probably me.
Let me see.
Mine's like a sticker thingy I got.
Mandy.
Oh yeah, and even on Wikipedia it's INIGO.
Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, I would love to have a son who's kind of has to be stuck with the concept that something were to happen to me. It's like whenever Homer Simpson leaves the house at some point, it's like, Bart and I are going out. Avenge our deaths if we don't come back. And you'll hear Marge, okay. Um, so I mean, there's really not much to say about the Fezzik fight. We're already to the Vicini showdown. I mean, Fezzik
Christine.
basically Fezzik basically gets himself choked out because he's too used to fighting gangs of people. That
Yeah, the
one
one-on-one
little
is not his
right,
strength.
you're right. One little person can slip around and he gets choked out. Oh, I can't imagine the headache you'll have when you in an hour. But in the meantime, sleep well and dream of big women. So we talked about the Battle of Wits already, but it's Wallace Shawn. I don't know how tall that little guy is. I would imagine he might be Danny DeVito short. Uh, so Wallace,
Oh, I think
uh,
so, actually.
yeah. This is why we got to invest in the arts because there are short people out there. We can't play basketball and football. I mean, I was doing well as an offensive guard on started all the games my freshman and sophomore year, but I knew there was no future for me in varsity at 165 pounds at my heaviest. Uh, all this. Now you can't take Google uh, as gospel because I think Tom Cruise is officially listed at 5'10". Yeah,
Ugh.
Wallace Shawn 5'2". I'm not thinking it.
Mm, yeah.
Maybe 5 feet. But we all know Tom Cruise is nowhere near 5'10". I think people say, "Oh no, he's 5'7", and I'm saying no. he's he I'm looking in his eyes, if not
How tall are you?
5.5 feet tall.
5.5 feet.
Oh, really? That's with my typical shoes. I can range anywhere from 5.25 to 5.3. I've got some Chuck Taylors that are probably put me at good 5'7", but yeah, they're elevated. They got elevated
Nice.
soles, so yeah, I think they might be screwing up my sciatic nerves. So
Oh,
yeah, well, that's just because
those
I
aren't the
wear.
best shoes for like arch support, like if you have arches.
Oh yeah, no, my ankles are fine, but yeah, no, I love high tops. I just rather have the support. But
Yeah.
Wallace Shawn, 80 years old. Yep. So that would be somebody I'd love to see at a panel. And I know the guy's still working. He was on Young Sheldon as the Annie Potts love interest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then speaking of that, I got to get out to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I liked Afterlife, so
I
um,
have not seen that yet.
Afterlife or Frozen Empire, because Frozen Empire,
Either.
yeah, okay, Frozen Empire comes out tonight. So,
Oh,
um,
nice.
yeah, I don't know. I don't like the fact we don't get midnight movies anymore. Like just one shooting in
I'm old. I want to
Colorado.
be at bed at midnight.
Oh, oh no, I was like, I think the
Yeah.
last midnight movie I got to was Star Wars Episode 1 3D.
Oh,
Um, and yeah, I had to turn around, get up in the morning, all that. Then there was
I have done that.
yeah, and then of course you had the the Dark Knight Rises shooting, and up no more midnight movies. Like it wasn't because it was midnight. Jeez, You could shoot up any movie theater
Yeah.
at any time.
I
Like,
remember I actually went and saw Batman shortly after that happened.
mm.
But yeah, I guess not. Also, the pandemic happened, and there's just not very much open
Well,
like
yeah, I know.
anymore.
It's, you're right. It's like
So
there are people who liked working third shifts. I didn't mind. Well, I mean, I was in hotels, so
that's
it
fair.
was that or work at Kohl's. I'll take the overnights. Um, but yeah, it's kind of
Yes, you do.
yeah, it's just kind of like, well, everybody says, well, I don't know, in the Illinois at least, with minimum wage actually going up every year. Um, yeah, businesses are happy to say, "Oh, we just can't afford it now."
Mhm.
That's total BS. So, like, and I just like the idea that people need to work. So, hey, more hours open, the better.
Yeah.
Just my
Some
2 cents.
people sleep better at different times.
Right.
Some people are third shift people.
And some people come home from the bar at 4 p.m. and want fruit roll-ups. I don't want to deal with convenience store BS. So, all right. So, upon the realization that Wesley is the Dread Pirate Roberts, um, they are able to escape into the fire swamp,
The fire swamp.
which
This is a
nobody
really
survived.
great part.
Yeah, no, nobody's nobody's come out of there. Nobody's survived there. Oh, you're only saying that because nobody's come out alive, or something along those
Yeah, they
lines.
learn the secrets of the swamp.
Yes, to
Um,
yeah, if they kind of in a rush to
Fire
get out.
traps,
Right,
the
the
quicksand, and the
the the
ROUSs.
flash the rodents of
Yeah,
unusual size.
the usual sizes.
I
Yes.
I don't believe they exist.
Yeah,
Uh yeah, so I was trying to tell I have the Blu-ray. I could probably look up the special features. Maybe it'll tell me. So are we talking dwarfs in there, or how did they pull off
I don't
those
know. Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't like. It's definitely someone small in a costume, I feel like. But
has to be some of the movements at least.
yeah, it's not very puppety, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely not like a animatronic kind of thing. Like
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's a person in a costume, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So just as the movie's going, I'm just trying to catch up my notes. So yeah. Fun thing about this is that I know this was a novel beforehand, but William Goldman did write the role of Fezzik for Andre the Giant. That was a no. This is what I want. Goldman was. I mean, he had his pulse on everything. Like this was probably one of the smartest screenwriters. He'd ended up writing the script for Misery. Like,
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
good one.
yeah. So he's got some he's definitely got some quick stuff that people are like, oh, let's just make this on his resume, like all screenwriters. I mean, I'm trying to think how long it took me to write my script for Main Event of the Dead. I mean, I've probably knocked out the like wrote it out on paper, then I typed it all up. So that's two drafts, and I would say I could probably knock it out in a well, I've seen enough stuff about television writers. You could probably knock it out in a knock out a TV episode in a week, 2 weeks. So, I mean, William
Yeah.
Goldman was working till he died. So, um,
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's And this is a weird time because when you look at when this movie came out, it's like Andre the Giant was a bad guy at the time in the ring, so I think that may have helped the movie just because. Oh no,
Oh yeah,
that's the Andre we loved. I mean,
the
so
draw.
yeah. Well, yes. No, that was until until the WWF went national. Yeah, Andre was um pretty much you bring him in, he probably the most traveled wrestler of all at the time. Too bad I think he died at
Oh wow.
43, which is sad. I did have a
Yeah, he died
conversation.
really young.
Yeah, I did have a conversation with a coworker once talking about that, and it's like gigantism is like, oh, but now they've cured it. Like, did we really need all those big show matches? And oh, whoa. That's a little harsh, Russ. I like Paul White. Oh no, I'm just being just hyperbole. But Great Khali, yeah, I okay, yeah, I think we could use fewer of those matches. Um, so yeah, and I know of a lot of mixed martial arts fighters who also in the heavyweight division, like there was a fighter, Bigfoot Silva, who suffered the same thing. So, 10 years, give it 10 years and we could have had more Andre.
Such a shame.
Yeah, and I know this experience working on this movie, Billy Crystal inspired his My Giant movie.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh
that's
but that's one of those. Well, you tried, Billy.
it was, I mean, cute for like a,
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like a wholesome kind of movie. It's like
you're right.
moms like to watch that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Well,
Because it's got like
oh,
a sweet story and a happy ending, and yeah.
mhm. Oh, he. So he was 47 when he passed. So
Oh, it's still so young.
yeah, yeah. And of course, everybody knows probably know the story. Like I know there's T-shirts with how much alcohol Andre would drink in a sitting, and um,
Yeah,
and
he
some
liked
of
to
the
party from what I understand.
well, yeah. And no, I think when they were trying to put him under, it's like, how much vodka does it take to knock him out? Like, because he had back surgery. I mean, he's either shooting this before his back surgery um, yeah, or right afterwards to recover. Do the job to Hogan, and then so that's
Yeah.
yeah. So the getting through my notes again, and I guess his first movie role though is in Conan the Destroyer. He plays the
Oh,
final. He's the monster at the end of that movie. So, like
I haven't seen
that.
that since I was really young.
Yeah, well, that's really the only Conan I've seen because it was PG. So, you can't tell. Yes, I mean PG stands for parental guidance, as I'm still trying to talk my little sister and letting my nephew and in turn my niece watch Flash Gordon. Like
That's a good one.
that's yes, yeah, no, that's what we were. That's what mom raised us on, Ryan. What are you talking about? Yeah, look how you turned out, Russ. That's not fair. Uh, and no, she brings up that, and she's found it out a lot with kids. Like, oh, we can watch Beetlejuice. Yeah, 80s PG is totally different than
Today's, yeah.
PG. Yeah. What do you think about that sequel coming out, Beetlejuice?
I'm cautious but interested.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, I grew up with the movie and the cartoon, and like I used to get the comics, and it's because there was like a little comic
Oh yeah,
like
no,
the cartoon.
that was one of the rare properties that ended up doing great stuff outside of its movie.
Yeah, it was really great movie, and
Yeah, the TV
So
show was fun.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah. So I mean, they could do very poorly or they could do really well, and you're always going to be nervous either way, but you're going to check it out. Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like you're like, oh, please
yeah.
don't ruin this, but
Well,
I'm going to watch
especially
it and give it a
well,
try.
especially with Tim Burton, it's kind of like he did Beetlejuice was like his last movie, the last real Tim. Well, I guess you'd say Edward Scissorhands was the last real Tim Burton movie for a bit, and then you had Ed Wood, but it's like all right, Tim Burton does Batman, and then Batman Returns, and then he's pretty much like Sleepy Hollow, all director for hire stuff. It felt like,
Yeah.
and like what happened to Pee Wee and Beetlejuice and Edward, And as I say, he did Ed Wood, which is a classic, but Planet of the Apes, Alice in Wonderland. It just doesn't feel like he's the pioneer he once was. Uh,
Yeah, a lot of the more recent stuff is not as good as, yeah, the older stuff.
yeah. Um, I did catch something though when during the Vicini battle, it's like it was the Vasily battle. He like when he tells Wesley to look. Oh, what's that? I would have dumped the wine. I mean, yes, had it took me 20 viewings of this movie. It's like, yeah, I would have tried. Oops, look what I did here. I guess we got to both drink from the same cup. You're still gonna die because the trick is Wesley developed himself an immunity to the poison.
Yes.
So it's definitely don't trust anybody in mask type situation. Oh, that's a I still try to preach that though. Why are you wearing a mask? I should because I still wear a mask all the time and when I'm dealing in
Yeah.
retail. If I don't have a drink in my hand, I'm wearing a mask. Um and I should well, no, most people who ask, why do you wear a mask still? What are you afraid of? And it's like they wouldn't get oh, I just find it to be incredibly comfortable and I think everybody will start wearing them.
Some people don't understand sarcasm.
Yes, well, most people do. Oh, I don't even want to get into that. I've
Yeah.
had that discussion like in my lit 110 class back in college. Me and my best friend, we loved it. Just reading, going back on old stories and such, and then because we're pretty well read people by that point. In all honesty, I mean, in all honesty, I'm the least well read in literature focused major. I mean, I didn't need to. My older sister read everything, and she needed somebody to info dump that on, like uh most high functioning autism people do. They don't know how to relate to people, so oh, Russ is around. I'll tell him everything about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh,
Pass a lot
that's
of
a good book.
tests, dude. Yes, but that's just, so pass a lot of tests, never reading stuff. Um, it's great.
Book.
So we're at the scene where Humperdinck and Wesley meet each other for the first time, and it's just a great exchange. Surrender. Oh, you're surrendering to me? Well, in that case, I accept.
Very well, I accept.
um, but they are surrounded. Buttercup panics and takes the word of Humperdinck that Wesley will be returned safely to his ship. And this is where we really get to understand. We get to really meet the Count Rugen character. I wonder if that was a jab at Reagan. Probably not, because it's a book written. But Count Rugen, played by Christopher Guest, who was a well accomplished comedian at least by that point. And I think technically he's British royalty. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'll have to pull that up. But Christopher Guest was is one third of Spinal Tap. He is Nigel Tufnell, the man who has his amplifiers go up to 11. Just when you need
Oh
that,
yeah.
just when you
This
need that
one
little
goes
push
to
over.
11.
Yeah, just when you need that little push over the cliff. Okay, yeah, but couldn't you just make 10-9 and then make 10-11? Well, this one
Mm,
goes to 11.
goes to 11.
Count Rugen is Wesley immediately notices that he has six fingers on his right hand. So so
And yeah,
now
and he
so
tells them that someone was looking for him.
yes. And now Wesley has been taken to the pit of I'm sorry, I gotta pronounce it correctly the first time. The pit of this the pit of despair. Don't bother trying to escape. The chains are too thick. So
Yeah,
the
that's Mel Smith, the
yes.
albino.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's he's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely in the vein of I think it was Marty Feldman, if I have the actor's name correct. This is something if I had a little more planning around, I could have brought the older sister on.
Yeah,
Uh
no worries.
yeah. Yeah, Marty Feldman, who played Igor in Young Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah, I could totally see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Hmm.
And of course he died relatively young, Mel Smith, I think. Uh
Yes, very.
yeah. Do. Yeah, I know Marty like I don't know, like just a lot of great comic actors like just like well, I mean John Candy like from this era
Oh
all
yeah.
just
Oh, I miss John
all
Candy.
yeah. Well, he made yeah, Mel Smith died in 2013. So, I mean that's
Oh, I thought he was much
61
younger.
years. Yeah. I just think it's one of those you really can't think of too many Mel Smith movies. Like we know them,
Probably.
but it's yeah. And now we're coming up on the scariest moment in the entire film, which I think is the hag. So Buttercup, first off, the
Ew.
grandson interrupts the story. You read something wrong, Grandpa. She doesn't end up with Humperdinck. She ends
With
up
what?
with Wesley.
With Wesley. Yep.
Um, and but no, we the king dies. We cut to the post wedding Buttercup and Humperdinck. Still the same terms. Humperdinck, she's not gonna love Humperdinck, but it's a if it's she spent 5 years thinking that Wesley was dead. She couldn't stand knowing that she let him die again without doing something. And Buttercup is introduced as the queen, and we have this woman just booing the ever loving piss out of her for betrayed true love. You know,
Who was?
he- your
Yeah,
true
I
love
like how
lives,
she
and
the
you marry
booing.
another. Your true love saved her from in the fire swamp, and she treated it like garbage. And the queen, the queen of refuge, so bow down. If you don't bow to her, bow to the queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of pestilence. Boom! It's that zoom. That's the scariest thing, right on her face.
Yeah.
That gets
Boo.
right, full camera, like yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so that actress Marjorie Mason died in 2014 at 100 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, just little facts there. Let's see. Um, so it ends up being a dream, thankfully, and the grandson points that out. Oh yeah, good job, good job. Now shut up.
See, I told you.
Yeah. Um, so Buttercup decides that she can't marry Humperdinck, so she asked him, call it off, and he just suggests, well, I will send out our fastest ships to catch up to Wesley, and we will get and if he still wants you, he'll come back. Otherwise, if not, just marry me instead. This is before we get into Count Rugen's using the machine. Um,
Oh yeah.
we get a great conversation between Rugen and Humperdinck, like basically, oh, I couldn't have asked for anything better than Vasily failing. Well, say the assassins came my wedding night, and that will totally put us in a position. I got war to plan, wife to kill. I just don't have the time. Um, Now I have not seen the original Fright Night, so the only other things I really know, I think the only thing I really know Chris Sarandon, well, two things. I know him from this movie called Safe, released about a decade ago with Jason Statham,
Oh.
and and I know him from Child's Play, as the
Oh, yep.
but as I say, I know he's supposed to have been excellent in Fright Night. It's just a movie I haven't gotten around to, and
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
yeah,
I've
and
seen the remake more
yeah,
recently.
I hear good things about the remake. And I'm a
I haven't looked
David
at it.
Tennant. Yeah, I'm a David Tennant guy anyhow. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you listen to the podcast, it always ends with his clip of him from as Crowley from uh Good Omens. Can I hear a woohoo? Uh, I don't know. Maybe it's just being a Train Spotting fan. I don't know. I lean towards the Scots. Like, no, no, no. The William Wallace is full of shit, but or I just like that they have. I guess I just like their accent the best of the British Isles. It's got
Fair.
more, it's got more balls than the Irish, yeah. Um, but just sounds so um uncivilized compared to the English. So Rugen is writing the be all end all book about torture,
Yes.
and
I
and
took
he's
a year off your
of your
life.
life. Yes, he's got a machine which suctions the life out of you. And he can set it to, he says he'll set it no further than 5. But, you know, so I just sucked a year away from your life. Could you tell me about it? And this is for posterity, so be honest.
And then he's just like, really? So great.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I was gonna look up the Christopher Guest royalty claim. Um, I mean, I think he's a lord. So, uh, Christopher and Christopher Guest now is known for all the improv movies, essentially.
Yeah.
Started with well, yes, Spinal Tap is an improv movie. Christopher Hayden Guest, fifth Baron of Hayden Guest.
Hmm.
So British American actor, comedian, screenwriter, and director. Uh, educated at well, I mean he's born in New York, but yeah, the so yes, he's oh, and they have who he's preceded by the last Baron Hayden Guest. So interesting. I mean especially now after the Trump experiment. Let's just hope that that's all it was. Um, we like the worst thing about it is I always liked the concept of royal family. It's like maybe it's because my mom's a huge Anglophile. It's kind of like it's kind of cruel to expect a family to represent the entire country. But hey, they know their role and they're being compensated rather well for it. So,
Very well, yeah.
yeah. So, and really, do you want to go and have a meal, a state meal with I'm trying to think of, well, Margaret Thatcher. No, no, thank you. Uh I'm trying to think of that English Trump essentially is what he was running on. Boris Johnson, complete with shit hair. So, but it's kind of like, oh, I mean, that's to say, it's like, but no, we have a guy who now wants to be a king. So I had to check somebody out today at my primary job, and it's like he's wearing a Trump beanie, and okay,
Oh
whatever. And then
goodness.
yeah, and then I like, okay, can we add this to your account? Sure, my phone number, blah 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 blah. And then I find his last name, Stevens, spelled with a PH. I lost my job at Marine Bank because I had enough of people spelling. Well, they were all dicks, essentially. We had one day, this is the grounds for me getting terminated. It was one day we had four people, four men act complete fools, all spelled Steven with a PH. Stevens with a PH. And I
Oh
blogged about it.
goodness.
And I blogged about it. Like, I didn't mention anything. Like, you know, oh, there's 100 banks in Champaign. You're telling me not like of all these 100 banks there aren't four Stevens with a PH accounts. Like, come on. I got fired because I told a libertarian she refused to identify herself as a Republican. uh,
Oh.
quit watching telegraph videos. Like she's sitting right next to me watching them on YouTube, and I finally had enough and told her, "Yeah, could you quit watching those? They're not hurting anybody." Eh. Like I do my best. I just was doing my best not to say anything. Like, okay, I guess it's a politic free place now. Um, and the worst thing about it is she let management know the day she was of the last day of her 2 week notice, so she wasn't even going to be around me.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a whole bout of
Well,
bullshit. So,
a whole thing
um,
it sounds like.
yeah. But the irony is they got purchased by Morton Community Bank, my
I saw
hometown
that.
bank. So, yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's not my money, but kind of feels nice. Uh,
You
so,
bet.
so eventually, Humperdinck gets called out by Buttercup. She's had enough the lies and calls him a coward. A great bit of dialogue between the two. Like she keeps laying on the insults. I would not say such things if I were you. And in
Yeah, he
anger,
gets really creepy.
yeah. And in a fit of anger, he goes to the pit of despair and flips the machine up to 50 years. And Lord knows you were lucky to live to be 40 at this time.
Yeah,
Essentially, essentially killing Wesley.
Wesley.
Uh Also at this point for the to make sure the wedding will go on without a hitch, the Forest of Thieves has been cleared out. For the most part. Humperdinck approves of Brute Squad. And that's how Fessick ends up meeting Inigo again. Inigo has returned to the bottle and to the place where he got the job from Vasily, and Fezzik joined the Brute Squad. But
Yeah, you are
yep,
the Brute Squad.
yes, that's to come.
Coming up.
Yes,
Yeah, I just love
so
that part.
I'll call the Brute Squad. I'm part of the Brute Squad. You are the Brute
You
Squad.
are the Brute Squad.
Ah, yes, Miracle Max and Valerie.
They're my
Billy.
favorite.
Yes. Oh, Billy Crystal and Carol Kane. Carol Kane from Taxi fame. Billy Crystal, I guess, would be Soap, was where he was making his name. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, um, I think, yeah, I think Crystal is in Spinal Tap as well. Oh, he's a mime in Spinal Tap. Yeah, him and Dana Carvey are mimes, and there's just one bit where they break
Okay.
away to him, and yeah. Um, but it's like you truly love each other, and so you might have been truly happy. Not a couple in a century has a chance like that, and it's only fitting, I think so. A man like that deserves the suffering he will receive. Uh, but yeah, this is like uh Miracle Max, the miracle worker for the king until Humperdinck fired him and lost all his confidence. Uh, oh, just watching the torture scene. And this is like, I never really put it together every time I see a show where somebody screams, like, I think South Park when Cartman was portraying Robert E. Lee during a Civil War reenactment gone wrong. And after they finally defeat him, and you can take off that stupid beard and he starts screaming, and they cut back to different places, all hearing his scream. I didn't realize it came from here because that's
Yeah.
how because it was so Fezzik told Inigo that the six-figured man is here. So he's going to go and get his vengeance. He needs the man in black. And the scream he hears, oh, that's the scream my heart made when my father was killed. And it leads them to the albino. Fessick, jog his
Yeah,
memory.
he asked for guidance from his father.
Yes. Yeah, beforehand though, they were trying to interrogate the albino. Fezzik, jog his memory.
And he jogs it too hard.
Yes. I mean, yeah. So essentially using the force, I'd like to say. I do believe, I mean, again, I'm a Star Wars nut. I'm an atheist, but
Inigo is a Jedi.
yeah, I dig that midichlorian stuff, man. Which I know, as a true Star Wars fan, how can you dig the midichlorian stuff? But, well, it kind of explains why some people can naturally use the Force and some people can't. Like, so they find the pit of despair, and that's where Fessick checks his heart, and he's dead. And the grandson freaks out again. Like,
Like, what? He can't be
wait,
dead?
wait, yeah. Who gets Humperdinck? Yeah, Humperdinck lives. Like, no, no. Oh,
Like, what kind of
you're
story are you reading me?
yeah. Oh, you're just getting overly excited. We should stop now.
And now he's
Yeah.
really invested. We can't
Right,
let him stop.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, he even says Jesus, Grandpa. That is one of those things like I know everybody's Jewish in this household, but so do you think Jesus is just a free word for that? Like, I mean, growing up Methodist, the do not use the Lord's name in vain. We can't say it. It's a curse. It's a sin. But yes, as Inigo is determined to help to not give up. So grab the body. They go to Miracle Max.
Best
I mean,
part.
yes. Oh no, this is straight up. Dare I say, Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks's routines. Like the uh 10,000-year-old man.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, and I bring up the Judaism and the of and it's like I don't know, like when so it took me a while to become an atheist. Like I thought, well, I just don't buy the story of Jesus. Oh,
Yeah.
he could have had a overly enthusiastic mom. Hey, mom, I'm the son of God. Of course you are, Jesus. Tell the kid right, all right? Who knows? This
Yeah.
kid, this kid. There's a reason why pork is not on the menu. It's because it couldn't be held. It would turn so badly. He could have had some bad bacon. And think he's the son of God. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not saying Jesus didn't exist. I'm just saying, it's a pretty goofy story.
Yeah.
So from that, it's like, okay, well, if I'm abandoning the second half of the Christian, I might as well look into Judaism. And then it's like, was I doing it for the faith or was I going for the comedy?
Comedy's always good.
Yes, I know.
And the delicatessen.
Uh, I don't know. You gave
Although
that
I'm a
up.
little more limited on what I
Yeah,
can eat now.
right.
Being vegetarian now, I do miss a good turkey sandwich, but I have had a seitan Reuben and it was fire. So
Yeah.
like you just gotta find the right places to get things.
Mm,
There's
yeah.
this vegan Jewish deli, I guess, in Chicago, but it
Huh.
opened before the pandemic, and so I don't know if
Oh.
it's still open, but I want to go. If it's still
Yeah.
there, like must, like I will just. I miss Schlotzsky's, man. You remember them?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been geez, that's I used to work for I like my first job after quitting the Caterpillar warehouse. Like, I'm not going to spend my last year of college working at a place I didn't like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then it was like, get a job. Well, yeah, but mom, dad, you said get my degree and you'll pay for wrestling school. There's no wrestling schools around here. So no, I wasn't looking for a job in Peoria. Like, was looking for a job, I was going to get a web work in Chicago or St. Louis
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah,
bigger
so
city.
you're right. Have a couple accidents within 1 week, and it's like you're paying for your car insurance now. You better find a job, first job you can get. So
Yeah,
working under
that's
the
fair.
working under the table at a Quiznos.
Ooh,
Humpa
Quiznos. We don't even have those anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I think the company still exists, but yeah,
Yeah, they have
yeah.
them in Springfield.
So, oh, Springfield has everything. Thank you, politicians.
No, they really don't. I mean, they have a few. A lot of the local places are good.
Oh, they got a
They have
Hooters
the same
still, so
chains
it's
we do.
like, yeah. Well, no,
Oh,
they
I
got
don't think
Hooters
I've ever
still.
been to Hooters.
I go there for the wings. Believe me.
Sure. Has
I came
nothing to
from
do with the tiny shorts and butts
I came
and
from a
boobs.
town I came from a town of four strip clubs. Like Hooters girls, they're just too stuck up to just acknowledge, like, really? You want to make some money. There's four other places.
That's terrible.
Ah, well, I mean, it's like, no, they got a stuck up attitude. Like, we are above that. Let's see your like as
Well,
you.
it's because it's a supposedly it's a family establishment. I just don't think the uniform screams family
Oh
establishment.
no, no. We used to have a tilted kilt in Peoria. I don't know if there's any downstate for that. Which
What the heck
is
is that?
it's supposed to be Irish pub fare with girls who are wearing very short kilts, quote unquote.
Uh, Classy.
Yeah. No, so no, Hooters wings. Like I never thought of the concept of frying a breaded wing. Like no, making a putting a combining buffalo wings with breaded wings. So maybe I'm just like have nostalgia just the fascination of that working. Like
Hmm.
they're
Yeah, I've never been to
geniuses.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, Springfield's the only one
And
that Springfield's the only one downstate, and as I say, that's because all the politicians from Chicagoland, like, oh, we need everything we want back home. So there's a market
yeah.
for that. So, but I think we're underselling Valerie. So
Oh,
during
she's
the
great.
miracle, yeah, during the miracle, 65. I've never done anything that cheap. It's got to be a very noble cause. Oh, his wife is crippled. His children are starving. Oh, come on, you're a horrible liar. I need him to. I need him so I can find vengeance upon the man who killed my father. You should have gone with the first story, but he's mostly dead. What do you mean mostly dead? Well, that means he's slightly
All
alive.
dead? What? All dead or
Uh,
mostly dead?
Yeah,
This one's
all
mostly
dead.
dead.
Yeah, all dead. There's only one thing you can do: go through all their
Check
pockets
his
and
back.
find loose change. So, okay, mister, what is so worth living for? True love.
True love.
Oh, did you hear that? True love. There's nothing more noble. Oh, there's nothing sweeter than true love, except a great MLT, a mutton lettuce and tomato sandwich. But he didn't say true love. He said to blave, and to blave is to bluff. So you must have been playing. He must owe you money. He cheated playing cards. Liar!
Oh, liar.
Oh, get away from me,
I
you
love her.
witch! I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
Like,
Oh, he lost all that confidence after Humperdinck fired him. Oh, I told you, never say that name.
humperdinck, humperdinck, humperdinck. I love that
have
part.
have fun storming the castle. You think they got a chance? It'll take a miracle.
Welcome.
And of course, we have a comedy of error at the gate. They revive Wesley, who can barely move. Fessick is the ultimate life coach, does his best. Oh, you shook your head. Aren't you happy? And but it's a comedy of errors when they get to when they're about to try to figure out how to get in there. What are our assets? Your brains, my steel, his strength. If I had a month the plan, maybe. Oh, what I could do for a wheelbarrow. Where did you leave that albino? What, you have a wheelbarrow? Why didn't you list that as our assets? And then you have the Holocaust coat that Max let Fezzik keep because it fits him so well. So they're trying to storm the castle as the wedding commences. And we get back to the impressive clergymen discussing a marriage.
Marriage is what brings us together.
Yes.
What
And
true love.
the dialogue being delivered by Andre as he's going in. I am the dreaded fire riot. I am here, but soon you will not be. And set Andre the fire. They scare off all the guards, except for the head. Where's the key? Give us the key to the gate. What key? Fezzik tear his arms off. And you know what? I think George Lucas may have set the standard for that, just with the Chewbacca concept. Nobody, nobody complains that droid win. No droid complains when they lose. That's because droids aren't likely to rip your arms off. Wookiees have a tendency to do that. So during the marriage, like Humperdinck Note has sent Count Rug to try to stop them. He goes to the skip to the end bit. Do you have the ring? And Buttercup is aware that something's going down, and you get the Fezzik tears his arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key? Yeah. And do you, Princess Buttercup, man and wife, save man and wife, man and wife.
Man and wife. Man and wife.
And you get the real interact, like you're soon to get the only interaction that the king really gets in the movie. Oh, so
It
yeah, Fez.
randomly,
Mm.
sorry, it was just randomly made me think of the wedding scene at the end of Spaceballs, even.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, same year
Yeah,
actually. Yeah. Yeah, we have done Spaceballs on the podcast.
it's a
That
good
was a
one.
yeah, that was a comedy of errors. Like I tried we did originally recorded it with Jessica Quaz of Second Chance Movies podcast. She didn't tell me how we were recording it. I let her control the Zoom conversation. She didn't record the Zoom conversation. She just recorded her half of the audio. So I didn't have
Oh
my half.
no.
Yeah. So I did it over with my older sister. Um and she's like, yeah, really it all depends on what kind of mood she's in. So I love so we get our first my name is Inigo Montoya, prepare to die. And it's just a
Yes.
great scene. Count Rugen just immediately like acts like he's gonna fight and then immediately runs off. Eventually he's able to lock himself behind a door. Fezzik, I need you. Fezzik's more concerned with making sure nobody that Wesley's okay, who still can't walk. Yeah. So yeah, still waiting for the entire exchange between the king and Buttercup. Strange wedding. Yes, a very strange wedding. Come along. So
I love
Buttercup
how
kissed.
the king, yeah,
Yeah.
she kissed the king. I
What
love
was
how
that
he's
for?
just kind of
Yes, thank you for
just a
being so
simple
kind of
man.
yeah. Thank you for being so kind to me. And I wanted to say that before I go and kill myself. Oh, won't that be great? She kissed me. I mean, it's again, it's Rob Reiner being the son of Carl Reiner, who was the writing partner of Mel Brooks to start. It's you definitely see the comedy breed together, especially with William Goldman, who it's kind of funny. Like his two movies he won screenplay for were Redford and Paul Newman movies. So it's like you definitely don't get this dare I say Jewish humor in those movies. Uh I mean maybe that's an overstatement. Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe I just have the Family Guy issue. Of course, there was the Family Guy episode When You Wish Upon a Weinstein where Peter thinks all his answers will be solved if he can find the right Jewish accountant, and then eventually have um Chris become Jewish. Like it's too late for me, but we can help you. So they head to Vegas for a quickie bar mitzvah.
Oh yeah. I remember that episode.
I don't know. It's as a yeah, as a atheist now, it's all like, oh geez, I can't help but just be fascinated by all this crazy stuff. Like, um, I mean, religion was great too. I'm not saying religion was bad. Like with Christianity and my martial arts, I think it gave me a great philosophy and made me a better person. But
Yeah,
they're stories essentially. I think you can get the same thing out of Superman.
it's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. So, but
I grew up with
no,
a little bit of everything.
yeah. In hindsight, it's kind of like, I mean, for me, when it was looking for like, all right, not, I don't think the Christian's the right idea. And before I went atheist, it's like I go atheist and I'm reading stuff about the Quran and stuff. It's like, oh, geez, I didn't really wish too bad for all that hatred towards them. Like, hey, they got some cool stuff. That would have sounds like a better bill of goods than what the Europeans were offering. I guess I just wanted somebody to sell to me. What can I say? I mean, story of my life. It's like, just make the effort.
Amen.
Um, yeah. So, just a little note, like we have the final battle between Rugen and Montoya, where Rugen was able to catch him with a dagger, but he's so determined to avenge his father, he just doesn't know when to quit, as Rugen says. And basically, before killing him, he leaves him with all the scars that he was given provided. But and just some other notes, like with Rugen being the six figured on his right hand, it just made me think of organized crime, as in the Yakuza, where they famously, if you do something wrong, they cut off fingers.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. So it's kind of like, that would be an advantage in the Yakuza. You're given at least one extra mistake. Because I don't know what you would. I don't know. We live in the Midwest, so I'm surprised we haven't seen more six-fingered gentlemen
That's
or
fair.
lasses. Yeah. So at the Honeywood's honeymoon suite, Wesley had been able to get in there, and you know, and eventually Humperdinck makes it there, and Wesley explains, "You're not married because you didn't say I do," and that's how he brings in Humperdinck. Like, hey, wasn't am I not right on that? Like a technicality that will soon be remedied, but first to the death. No, to the pain. And again, it's just a brilliant con on the behalf of Wesley, just knowing that Humperdinck is such a coward. Just the mere suggestion that Wesley might not be bluffing.
My favorite part is are we at the part where he
And then
sits down?
no, not yet, not yet. No, we're a mistake. I won't duplicate it. I wasn't finished. The next thing you'll lose will be your left eye, followed by your right, and then my ears. Understand? Let's get on with it. No, wrong. Your ears you will keep,
No,
and
your ears
they
you keep.
keep, and I'll tell you why. So that every shriek of every child at seeing your hideousness will be yours to cherish. Every babe that weeps at your approach, every woman who cries out, "Dear God, what is that thing?" will echo in your perfect ears. Yeah, sorry, just reading the dialogue, and it's like,
No, you're fine. It's so
I think
good.
you're bluffing. It's possible, pig. I might be bluffing. It's conceivable, you miserable vaunous mass, that I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Then again, So, after explaining to the pain, Wesley rises and commands Humperdinck, drop your sword. And that's where the true cowardness is displayed. There it is. Drops the sword. Have a seat.
And then he just like bounces like a fairy over to the
Yes.
seat. Like it's so whimsical. It's the
Right.
best. He's just like, oh yeah, let me just sit down.
Yeah.
Like it's great. It's like what a pansy. It's great.
Where's Fezzik? I thought he was with you. No. In that case, well, help him. Why does Wesley need helping? Because he has no strength. I knew it. I knew you were bluffing. I knew he was bluffing. Yep, I want him to live a long life alone with his cowardice.
Yeah, he
And
lets him live.
yep. And then Fezzik comes with four white horses. I thought there are four of us if we find ever find the lady. Hi, lady. I mean, this is they really WWF really made that heel turn last way too long for Andre. I get it. They had to put the Ultimate Warrior over, but then again, did they have to put the Ultimate Warrior over? This is not a wrestling podcast. Uh, just to say, the Warrior was a crappy wrestler and a crappy human being. YouTube it.
I I do not know that much about wrestling, to be honest.
Ah, yeah.
I haven't watched it since high school.
Yeah. Oh no. Everybody watched, like, I could tell you the numbers back in the day. Like wrestling nowadays, it's if they can get 1 million people to watch, it's considered a success. Not the 5 million on a Monday and there's still 12 million people watching Monday Night Football type thing. So as Don was, yeah, and this is like the grandson really kind of growing up because Peter Falk quits it. Oh no, it's kissing again. You don't want to hear that. I don't mind so much. All right. Um, so there's been a lot of people on a Columbo kick lately. Have you noticed that?
I I don't think that I have, but
Oh, like I know, like there's just a lot of observations. People like during the pandemic decided, oh, we're gonna watch Columbo. So a
oh,
lot of Peter Falk love. My mom,
he's great. I mean, I remember a
oh
lot
yeah,
of memes being a thing, like,
yeah, oh yeah,
but I didn't know people were like actually watching it.
oh my mom's like I don't know. I don't know what channel it's on because I don't have cable or satellite. My mom is
She
too
was
old to
big. Yeah.
cut the cord. And that's another wrestling thing. Like there was the wrestler Christian Cage. He's been wearing turtlenecks, so everybody just keeps calling him a Columbo villain. But the film ends with Peter Falk leaving his grandson, and before hey, Grandpa, could you come back tomorrow and read it again? And that's our
As you
wraparound.
wish.
Yes.
Mhm.
Otherwise, all I really
Good
got note
stuff.
wise is I did not know Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits did the score. I didn't know Norman Lear was the
Oh,
executive producer. I mean, this is like I don't know if this is a box office success or not. I think this may have been a VHS, um, gold mine, like so much of the '80s were.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't think
like
it was as big as the at the time as it eventually became. Like it
yeah,
really built up popularity
right.
later.
So yeah, I'm taking a look now. So the novel was written in 1973. So who knows? So budget 16 million, box office 30.9 million. So Oh, that's not bad for then. Like that, like, it's very much weird to say like it was a initially a modest success, grossing, nearly twice its budget. Nowadays, that's nothing. But that's because they spend all their money on marketing and like they'll spend the money of an entire like the entire budget of a movie, and movies now cost 150 million if you're gonna try to make money, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's bloody ridiculous. Like I think somebody while we're watching the Oscars, oh, hearing, Godzilla minus one winning the special effects Oscar. It's so great that, $15 million movies. And it's like, yeah, that's $15 million in Japan money because, well, no, actually, that's not. The special effects are pretty much done by one guy in-house. So, yeah, that's why but it basically says, yeah, we don't need billion-dollar movies. And it's like, yeah, well, Oppenheimer's about to start cleaning house. So
Mm,
that's going to tell you
and it
otherwise.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pulling for Barbie. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, it
Like,
was so good.
yeah,
I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet.
I haven't seen it either. And it's just like, okay,
Barbie
yes, it
was
could.
great.
I know. Um, no, I don't mind that Billie Eilish won the Academy Award for Best Song for her song from Barbie. At least it kind of makes sense with the movie. But
It
you
is a
know,
good song,
but
but
they
they
real
play it
but
way too much.
yes. But the fact of the matter is they got to save they can't give the Oscar out until after all the performances are done at the Oscars
Mhm.
because you know it was geez, Ryan Gosling singing I'm Just Ken stole the entire night.
Oh yeah.
It goes back to 1999 when Robin Williams sang Blame Canada. Like, how could you not give it to this? You know what the best song is. I'm not saying
Yes.
most effective song. I mean, most meaningful song. Best song. Yeah, so that's but I'm speaking of the soundtrack because it is the score I believe was done by Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits. Um so let's see.
It's a good band.
Um, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they had Brothers in Arms, and then yeah, nothing really happened to them like that after that. But they were bigger before that album. Like they were basically kind of like Journey before Steve Perry. Like Journey was a successful band, and then Steve Perry joined, and then biggest thing of the '80s, and then
Yeah.
Dire Straits. They had Brother in Arms, Money for Nothing, and then that was it. Nothing came afterwards.
Yeah.
As I say, Mark Knopfler. I only focus on Knopfler just because he did a. I didn't know he did so many scores, and it was like there's another movie I like called from the early '80s called Local Hero. Um, and it stars the guy who played I can't remember. He played Boone from Animal House. I'm trying to figure out how you can remake Animal House because I usually say you can remake anything. You can remake Blazing Saddles. You just have to nail every element of it. But if you do it right, if you do it perfectly, it will work. I don't know how you could do remake Animal House, sadly. Um, so because on this podcast, I have kept on bringing up like, oh, we let this guy get away with it and think it's all cute, and then oh, one of my favorite wrestlers may have slept with a 16-year-old. Not
Oh
cool.
my.
It
No.
was in England. It was England. No, it was England. Age of consent is 16. Nothing illegal. It's just two stories. Like I was drunk, and I don't know. I would not have lost my virginity if I wasn't drunk. I'm not regretting it. So I don't. I mean, I don't. No, I believe victims, but it's like there's so many bad people in the wrestling industry. It's kind of like, and I've heard some bad stories
Oh,
celebrated
that's
from these.
unfortunate.
Yeah, No, it is. I've heard some bad stories celebrated. It's just basically like, if Jerry Lawler is still working and he got away with he was brought to trial for I think they eventually dismissed the case, but he was brought to trial for I think a
Was
15
that
or a
the
13 year
puppies
old.
guy?
Yes.
Oh, I hated that guy.
Yeah.
Why does that
Yeah.
not surprise me?
Right, right.
Oh, that drove me nuts. He'd always be like, puppies, like, I don't know.
That's
I
why
abhor the objectification of women, so I know it's like
yeah,
part of the sport, which is
well,
also why I
no,
don't watch it.
it's not as much as it was. Like they have done their best. Like I mean, I've been, I've since about 2000, there've been some strong women wrestling all the way about 2006, where as a result of that, and it took another 10 years before
Yeah.
WWE listened. But I don't know. I kind of like the ridiculousness of it, but again, we didn't have enough tuxedo matches. That was the equivalent. Um,
Yeah.
like there's a Paulie Dangerous Jim Cornette tuxedo match where two managers are just trying to rip off their tuxedos. So
What?
yeah,
That's
so I mean,
insane.
yeah, just doesn't work as well. But I don't know. I was an ECW guy, and when the heel manager is a woman, the valet, we would do chants like "She's a crack whore," clap, 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 clap. But I'm saying she's a bitch. She's playing. That's her character. Now
Well,
the
yeah.
now the "Show me your tits" chants for everybody. Well, man, that's just yeah. That was bad. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I'm now different times and everything, but that's the beauty of the Princess Bride is this is a timeless. Like really there's nothing I
It
don't think
is.
there's nothing that will trigger anybody except maybe cowards.
Yeah. It's a very wholesome story. Like,
Yeah. So,
there's
yeah, I know.
bravery and there's
Yeah.
love and
And humor, action. Um
the good
yeah,
guys
the
win.
right. So the only person I think who would be triggered by this is Donald Trump.
And only like
Humpadink.
one person died. Haha.
Yes. No, two. No. Vasily Vasily was so humorous, funny. That's the
Yes.
yes, that's the biggest thing. I have a this is when I kind of gave up on all the writing courses I was taking. Started with one Craig Shirtlet. He was my writing 115 creative writing instructor. And I write a blog about no, I write a story about a humorous take on the time I saw a guy set himself on fire at my gas station. And yeah, I wrote a humorous story about it, and he gave me a B, but he said in the notes, "Death is not funny."
It can be.
Yeah,
Like,
right. I mean,
it's
there's a reason.
not, but it can be.
Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't going to be people who are sad, but I mean, if you die like Vasily, that doesn't sound like a bad way to go. Thinking you won, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
You had some wine. You're the
yeah,
victor, as far as you know.
yeah,
Having a good laugh, getting those
right,
endorphins, and then
yeah,
that's a good way to go.
yeah. It's like I don't know. I always hope for the ironic death where being the cat bus, it's like, Russ, look out for that bus. What bus? That doesn't sound like a bad. I mean, yeah, it's messy, but you tell the story, right? It's funny. So my biggest problem with the Princess Bride is I failed to get all the Funko Pops for this one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. I don't have any of them if it makes you feel better.
Well, like I think 2 months later I got finally got approved for a Hot Topic credit card, so it's kind of like but now they're all
Oh,
gone.
bummer.
Yeah, and now I've got probably close to 1,000 Funkos. So
That's an insane amount. I have three
yeah,
and I got them secondhand at a thrift store for a quarter each. And they're all Batman
Ugh.
characters.
Let me guess: Joker, Harley, and Ivy.
Ivy, Harley, but like the Margot Robbie one, and
Okay, yeah.
the Harlequin Batman. So it's like Batman,
Oh
but the
yeah. No,
costume is in the Harlequin. Like,
I
yeah.
don't know if I have that one or not. Um, Now that I think about it, I don't. I probably don't because it's kind of like the imposter stuff.
And
But
they were
I
each a quarter at a thrift store. And I was
yes,
like, oh,
no,
these are
no,
cute.
yeah, no. I most I've ever spent on a Funko, I think, is $80.
Holy
Um,
moly.
and I think that was Egret from Game of Thrones. I
Do you
don't know if
call the
you
Game of
watched.
Thrones ones? I don't.
I've got a lot of them, but Egret from Game of Thrones, the you know nothing Jon Snow character, unless you didn't watch Game of Thrones.
I did not.
Oh, oh, yeah. No, this should say. And the sweet thing about that is those two actors got married. But
Oh,
yeah, no, Game of
sweet.
Thrones. Game of Thrones is a lot of fun for 6 seasons. I think 7 and 8 are okay. A lot of people tell me you're just too forgiving, but no, there's a lot of fun to be had as you get past the first season, which the first season is a lot of fun, but as the actor who played Jon Snow stated, it's kind of like, yeah, the first season was kind of like um titties with a chance of dragons.
What?
Well, you've heard cloudy with a chance of
Yes.
meatballs
Uh-huh.
out. Yeah. So they called it so he said the first season is titties with a chance of dragons.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I mean, it was fun just doing a play-by-play essentially of this feature, The
Yeah.
Princess Bride, and it's a perfect feature. Everybody should watch it. This is a movie that, okay, I'm gonna have to go and next time I see my little sister and ask, have your kids watched this yet? Russ, we don't really watch physical media. You are
What?
what's wrong with the world. They probably haven't watched The Cat Returns yet.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet either.
Oh, well, you're also not a. Geez, how old is my niece now? Oh, she's 2015. So yeah, you're not an 8-year old. So,
That is
but no,
fair.
but Carrie Ellis is. I mean, you might be a subs over dub fan, but in the dub, Carrie Ellis is the cat,
Oh, cool.
and Tim Curry is the king of cats.
Well, I need to see this.
Yeah, and Peter Boyle from Everybody Loves Raymond and um Young Frankenstein as the creation. I don't want to use the word monster.
Yeah.
He does the voice of this fat cat called Mudo, who's but yeah, no, that's one you gotta check out if you got Max. It's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
I mean, like Andy Richter is a little servant cat. It's just, I mean, Anne Hathaway, you could take her as the lead or not, but I mean, yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a movie. Yeah, I mean, just everybody should see this. There's nothing again, unless you just hate the concept of, well, come on, Humperdinck was just trying. That's what you do with power, which sadly a lot of Americans seem to adapt to now. But I
Yeah,
digress.
sadly.
I digress. Another time. Spell Stevens is the right way, and that's a start. Uh, well, I mean, like my mom's a Trump supporter, but at least she spells her last name correctly. I'm just gotta take little bits of hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, so we're still. So have we gotten the camera yet? I guess to close this out.
Yes, I have
All right.
the camera, I have another monitor coming, and I'm gonna start this week. And before I will let you know when I actually post something.
Actually, all
When I'm
right.
actually
Very
gonna
cool.
really stream. Yeah.
All right. So be on the lookout for our Happy Beeves Meow Meow on Twitch, all one word, exactly how it sounds. You can follow me on Twitter at CatBusRuss, but even better, you can follow me on Blue Sky at CatBusRuss. Um, and I still like to use Mastodon as a platform. It's just a lot trickier. Like you tell people to go to Blue Sky, well, it's at catbusruss.bsky dot social. You go to you find me on Mastodon at Russ Stevens at Mastodon dot social. I mean, it's very long winded, but hey, it's free. You can edit your own stuff, so no excuse. Um, but yeah, follow me on the social medias. Rate and subscribe on your favorite podcast apps. 5-star reviews. I'm only looking for the 5 stars. You can be as honest as you'd like. Like Russ, shut up and let the guest talk, or at least edit the downtime. Like I work two jobs. But if it's that much of a trouble, let me know. Um, if you want to be on the podcast, send an email to rustthebus07 at gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07 at gmail.com. Offer me a movie, a theme, a director, an actor. I can make anything work, but I prefer to focus on movies between 70 and 100 minutes. As long as you're willing to do the extra work to make any other movie work, I'm happy to do so. And otherwise, I just have to thank Station Marie Harden for keeping an eye on me, keeping me out of trouble. And I hope she's doing the same for everybody else she touched in her life. And I hope she's squeezing the undead ectoplasm out of Skimbleshanks, the one-eared angel. And I hope Avery's doing all right too.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Beeves, for coming back on the show.
Yeah,
And
of
look
course,
forward to
anytime.
chat. Yeah, look forward to chatting with you again. And I probably got to get a haircut by the end of the month. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Can I hear a wahoo?